and record this for people in the course too as well, right? They have a service area GMB, which is okay. Now they're serving Eugene, a little bit south of Salem, and then it looks like another little circle somewhere else as their service areas. So on this one, right, July 10th was the last time they did their update on Google. That's a consistent thing that you should do on a weekly basis, at least a minimum. Like, looks like they were working with somebody, possibly, maybe, and then stopped, or somebody started doing it, but they never finished their Google profile. And then the website itself, I can already see H tag structure is a little bit off. It's like chimney sweep, chimney services. So chimney sweeping, chimney cleaning services in Eugene, Oregon would have been their H1 tag if they're trying to optimize for that. And then they got like a cartoon image on the background, which is totally fine. Our specialties, sweeping, inspections, that's where you would create service blocks. Because once again, crawl budget from the homepage. We land on your homepage, we start crawling your website, one link to your services, hopefully. And then I don't see any links to any of their services on their homepage so far. So, and then they're using Jobber. So maybe this is a Jobber website of some sort. They definitely AI'd some content in here. I see emojis, EM dashes galore, and then trusted professionals, and then the simple process is APEX, which is great, but we'd probably put that maybe somewhere else. And then when we get to the footer, we have our services in our footer, but we didn't link our services on our actual page. And then now real estate inspections are more home inspection companies, but possibly you could rank for those and get those. The URL structures, Apex level care, dryer vent cleaning and inspections. Get rid of your business name in that. Dryer cleaning, like dryer vent cleaning and inspections. You could use that URL if you wanted. And then Lane County's chimney sweep pros, just put chimney sweeping if that's the keyword. So there's like a little bit of a mismatch of URL structure, like expert wood stove chimney sweep safety inspection. If you're getting traffic off of exact matching that to that, then send it. Ignore me. Once again, I'm not in your analytics, so I can't really tell what has been going on. I also didn't look that far. But this is a common example of you have a project overview, that's great. And then when we click on these products, looking at like alt tags and title tags that are attached to them, right, it just says the same thing on every single one. Wood stove, chimney sweeping, safety inspection, project image, project image, project image, project image. They're all repeating the exact same thing, which if that's what you want to do, it's fine. And then your intake form, we've learned through actually creating pages, if you put your intake form on the bottom of every one, your intake forms fill outs go up. So this is another perfect example where we have project showcases, which is great, right? And you can even see right here, I'm pointing to this, everybody right here. You can even see like little tiny things like that. Not a big deal, not the end of the day. If your phone's ringing more every day, then who cares? You know, at the end of the day, like if you're happy where you are, you're happy where you are, you don't got to change. But this is just a perfect example of kind of breakdown where we get into like services and I got to read 3 lines of text to be able to see a service. I could only imagine how much harder it is to read on actual mobile. And, you know, also at the same time, I don't know if this guy is the owner of the company, right? Owner says something about Josh over here, and Josh is the owner. Josh, hi, my name's Josh. But, you know, what we would essentially kind of push this person towards is maybe getting an address, right? They got good Google reviews, chimney care services, you know, chimney care, and then Eugene is spelled Eugene. Terrible at spelling. And then boom, they're in their number 1 spot right there. That's awesome. So if someone's searching for that, now comes the let's get our website there too, because it looks really good to have your business there and then also have your website here. And a lot of people in time, if they don't actually shoot for a specific keyword, you can get what is considered, and then search on Amazon here, Amazon, enter. You can get this for your website for certain keywords, which gives you a little, we take up that whole entire area. So yeah, that for me, you know, when a location page is beating my business that's located in a specific area, like maybe I specifically serve that. Yeah, like look at these guys. There's the example. Their home page ranks right here and their location page ranks right here. So these are people that are paying somebody for SEO, and you can tell. And then these are obviously fake images. You know, I'd even hit them on that stuff right there, fake images on the background, but they're doing good. They got the first place and the second place for somebody that searches for chimney care Eugene. Now, for anybody else that competes in that market, you would need to understand SEO on a good enough level to be able to beat those guys. Because, I mean, unless you're selling second place, I assume you would want that first place spot. And it's a location page that's winning the first place spot This is their homepage and their second place spot, which means there's a 90% chance that there's an internal link from this page to that homepage, maybe sitting somewhere. Sometimes it could just be nobody decided to compete in that area. That goes to the estimate page right there. There's a whole bunch of that stuff. Normally they're going to put it in here. Looks like they didn't. There's a very common strategy where you link from here to here, and yeah, it's not there. So they probably would have put that here as on their actual text itself. So yeah, appreciate you all for watching this video. That's just a little bit of a breakdown. This is the live strategy we're going to go over, where you can put a title above your head. You can ask people if they're interested in improvements. And we just went over this dryer vent company a second ago. I mentioned to the guy, hey, I know some people that could probably take care of you. That's you guys. There's a mobile detailing company. I've met, by the way, mobile detailers. I've met 0 of them that are ever going to spend money on their businesses. When you go to detailers, there's a tier to detailers. There's washing and cleaning cars, and then there's paint protection film for a Lamborghini. We want those paint protection film for a Lamborghini people, because remember, a lead for a car wash is worth X dollars. A lead for paint protection film on a Lamborghini is worth a lot more money. So ceramic coating type jobs, you want those. And then for this guy, what we mentioned to him was all of his projects, they send me over. You can just go to this website right here. I'll just show you the links. They send me over to this like photo app on Google. So every single one of his projects that would go to a project page kick me off of his website. So then this right here, not how you would commonly build that. You can see that those are too big. It's okay to have the Google reviews on there. This is just a perfect example of a website that was set up, and we never really did it correctly. It's very hard to read all that stuff right there. Even if I'm on the home page and I go to an actual service, which down here is drywall, I click on that, and it sends me back to the home page. So they never even set their homepage up correctly. And I'm going to do one more for y'all, just so you have a little bit of understanding. Like, these are the common issues. So to you, mobile detailing, Huntersville, North Carolina. And then when we search this up, see that service area GMB again, totally normal, probably registered it out of their business, younger guy getting started in business, right? That's great. But that's also why I said probably not your best lead. If you're new, start with the new people. You guys can grow together. If you're not new, well, sometimes starting with the new people is just, it's like, hey man, we charge $2,500, $4,000 a month. This isn't a good fit for us. I did reach out to one of my friends about building an SEO course. He might want to do it. I'm not sure. Most people that really understand how these industries functions don't want to build the courses. But right here, you can see they're doing their Google updates. They added their products to their Google profile, right? But you got to think of it this way: in and out detail. When are you searching online for in and out detail? When are you searching for additional services? You might search for ceramic coating, interior detailing, paint correction, exterior detailing. Those are relevant, right? Then ChatGPTing those, putting a link on here. Google can't read that link. You'd put the link on the actual product itself when you put it there. But these are just perfect examples, right? They're starting, they're doing their updates, they're doing a lot more than most people, right? But this is like ChatGPT. Click the book button down below. Normally you send these to your website. Using numbers in the website URL is not a common thing. You can see that they don't have very much H tag structure. But at the end of the day, they have a Google profile. They're in an area, and I guarantee you they probably rank because of where they're located. Bam. So located in an area, not too many competitors. This is a location page that's ranking right there, which once again, you see the common trend. Location pages are ranking above people's actual businesses, which they could probably apply a pretty moderate strategy to this and rank above. Right here already, it's extremely hard to read. We have white text on a white car background. Not always the best thing to do. There's no video rapport being built with me. This is great where we have before and afters, but actually talking and turning from wall of text and photos into person is huge. Because sometimes people, like, I got some scratches on my car, boom, teach me about scratches. Show me something cool I can do. Show me a way that I can find scratches on my car. Talk to me about the ROI. Like, hey, if you're about to sell your car, you should do some paint correction on it, because they're going to take more money from you when you sell your car if you have these issues on it. So there's tons of strategies, and my strategy is always give back. Like, give back, and if I get something, like if I get another person to join my sales course from a video like this, awesome, welcome, let's help some people, because this guy should have put a video on there. And then you see how he went from car detailing company to pressure washing. That's the guidance that's missing. Like, that's great that you offer pressure washing too, but you don't want to try to build a mobile detailing website and then dive into a pressure washing niche. Yeah, you might get some money from it. Oh, you guys also offer that? Cool. That's like that sub service. Like, oh, you also do this. That's great. Like, cool. Like, we can, would you want to pressure wash my driveway while cleaning this? And boom, extra money, awesome, cool. But in the long term, you would turn a pressure washing company into a pressure washing company if you wanted to be making money as a pressure washing company. And then boom, younger guy got a nice wagon over here. I think what is this one? I feel like it's a Subaru, which are super great cars, man. Wagons are awesome if you never drove one. And then mobile detailing here, put the map. A lot of people do that map. Remember the video we talked about with these golf clubs right here? I bet these guys' website is a doo-doo website. Skybrook Golf. Oh, loads with the image on the background as they all do, and then probably has minimal text on here. Yep, minimal text. They got the map, they got the address, they got the name. Oh, they're doing a lot better. They got the link to a random place and a random place here. I'm not sure why you would link that to the same spot. But these are businesses that are very old and they're managed by, watch, check it out. This is going to be, oh, nope, doesn't even link, not going to it. So right there is a perfect example. Website's in a decent place, Google profile's in a decent place. They should probably connect their Facebook pixel up here, start running Facebook advertisements. That's a great conversion. And then now they're getting into location pages. So we need to rank in our main city before we start going and pushing in all of these other cities, which take away what you want to take away. You could build location pages, you can get results through location pages, but you want to always build your main structure first. And now you see how there's a lot of this, right? A lot of extra. This could be considered keyword stuffing, but Google, trust me, doesn't care. These would normally be linked to the services, like car detailing, and then you would save this car detailing in this city and state, right? Let's grab this car detailing here. Boom, 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 boom. Grab that, search that, right? Bang. Let's see, Yelp. We got Drizzle over here. We got Panda Hub. We got the Gloss Up. We got an Instagram page. We have a Google site, and then we have them. So that right there shows you like, okay, structure's a little bit off. And if you know SEO, you know how to fix this stuff, right? Services, ceramic coating where? Ceramic coating here, and then we'll double check this: ceramic coating city and state, ceramic coating city and state, ceramic coating city and state. Right? You could write a little bit more there, maybe get rid of the EM dashes on this. But the whole goal and the whole understanding here is, me personally, I don't go after the mobile detailers anymore. Right? We've done a couple deals with mobile detailers. They're open 24 hours over here. Hopefully that matches the Google profile. They've got this. So they've definitely been playing around with SEO. And that's what a lot of people do. And that's where a lot of people start, because a lot of people are not going to go directly towards paying somebody to do their SEO. So let's go ahead here, search, see what we have going on. And it's, yeah, that's what you get when you play around. You get nothing really ranking, website started, boop, pops up, doesn't really pick up, not any backlinks purchased for it, got AI visibility. That's great. But now Drive to You Auto Spa. I don't know if that's the name of their business, but that's what's ranking there. Drive to You Auto Spa. So I'm not sure if this is picking up. Let me see. Huntsville. I don't know if this was their business before and they might have redirected it somewhere, but that's the keyword and that's somebody else's company. And that's a little bit weird. So let me double check real quick, see what's going on. And when we check Ahrefs, yeah, something seems a little bit off with that website. But remember, don't always trust the analytics. Trust the person that says whether or not they're getting form fill outs or leads through their website. But what I'm looking at is, yeah, we have a lot of structural issues to this. It's not a bad start for someone that may not be paying a professional. Right? You're going to come across people who, hey, if you're guessing, you'll still probably be able to guess stuff correctly. But we're sitting at like 738 backlinks over here, which is why, remember, look, you look here and you see that it says 30, and you look over here and it says 700. That's where the fun comes into play. But for organic keywords wise, this one's not really picking up anything over here. Could be a newer site. Give us some time. This one over here is picking up keywords. Keywords are in a little bit of an interesting position. And yeah, so Drive to You, Two Brothers Mobile Detailing. So probably showing up in the mobile detailing words that are on page 4. And we want to be located on page 1 for, mobile detailing in the city and state. That's like the primary goal, mobile detailing. And remember, when you look at this, Huntsville, Alabama, is that where it's at? I don't even know where it's at, but Huntsville, mobile detailing, Huntsville. I couldn't tell you anymore because I have no clue. And that's the thing too. Like, you pick a word, mobile detailing, it's like, well, shit, people aren't picking a name that's in Huntsville, North Carolina. So there's a ton of those different ones. And then bang, he's in the first place over here. If somebody searches directly for mobile detailing, Huntsville, North Carolina, that's awesome. That's a great W for this guy. And then it becomes, well, if we're making money, once we get to a certain point, we hire somebody else. you can rank. And then if you look at Huntsville, right, this is why I tell everyone, like, okay, not a huge city, right? Not these massive competitive markets, which sometimes outside of a city, a couple of my students already picked up on this. If you go and target these places, oh, you're going to have such an easier time. Because if we go in here and we just go for, any junk removal company, you'll start to notice like, okay, so Tough Dumpsters, right? Dumpster rental service, 58 over here, salvage, cleaning, disposal. Let's see if we can find a junk removal company over here. College Junk. See, look, they're already over there. Those are the franchisers. Scrap removal. This one is all-in-one services. This is Key Waste dumpster rentals. You can grab any of these, and you're going to see, oh, well, roll-off dumpster service, this county, North Carolina. Someone already built this. Here's your little Go High Level lady over here. Here's your WordPress, probably website with some location pages created on it. Based on the look of this, it's a much lower price point. You can kind of tell by these builds sometimes. And then we look in here. We could have added more there. It doesn't matter. They didn't even put schema on it. So what are they doing? I don't know. Probably running Facebook ads. There's the Facebook pixel right there. We roll over here. We click here. We click here. We scroll down here. We see that there's 4 people attached to this. They really didn't play with their name too much, and they're currently running ads. So right there is a person who's outside of the city in an area where it's probably easier to get results. Someone went ahead and targeted that. Because if you really know what you're doing, go into the city. Go into the deepest, biggest city that has the most people living in it, and bam, when you rank, you rip money for the client. And then right here, bam, running Google ads for dumpsters. Great idea. Or Facebook ads. Facebook ads definitely produce leads. So, and I've ran these ads before too. They're relatively cheap to get leads as well. So appreciate you all for watching this video. Takeaways, well, join us. Learn how to turn Google Maps into a gold mine using a video-based reciprocity sales system. There's literally people everywhere, and you can be in a community of other people that are doing the same thing as you. So when you see other people winning, well, it reminds you that you should be doing that too as well. Because here's a dumpster rental company over here. They got their branding on it, probably going to have at least the H1 done correctly. The little dots right there, I don't like that. Boom, they didn't even do their H1 correctly. They don't even have their Facebook ad pixel connected. And how do I run Facebook ads? Well, you buy a course that teaches you. We have one, but here's the ads that they're running, right? November 24, 2025. I would assume that one is converting because they've left it on for so long. July, and April 30th. So these are probably their 2 winning advertisements right here that are converting, that are doing something useful. But you can just go on here and type in dumpster rental and then hit the enter button. And congratulations, you now know all of the dumpster rental ads that are running online. So if you need incentivization, well, there it is. These are the ads that people run to generate leads. Just go to the ones that are a little bit older. Most of the time, the older ones, like this is a franchise one right here. Just go to the ones where people are like, oh, hey, here's an ad, friendly dumpster rental 2022 over here. So that one's been running since 2022. It's 4 years on that one. I hope they know that it's been running since 2022. Sometimes people don't know. Sometimes people don't even check their accounts. They're like, oh, yeah, I noticed they had a Facebook ad running. I've done that. I messed up. I was like, oops, just spent $3,000. Left that on way too much money a day. And yeah, that's pretty much takeaway from there. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. But right there, right, what, daily, the 2-day, week, 1 month, that's not bad. Hauling, pricing, this could definitely be a better looking website. No location pages created for these guys, and location pages are important. Everybody's becoming aware of them. What's your take on dominating that and that? None. And, I get questions all the time from people like, what's my take on dominating AEO and GEO? None. If you guys are interested in learning how to turn Google Maps into a gold mine using a video-based reciprocity sales system, this is perfect. They got a PO box address. Here's the people that built the website. Simple solutions for small businesses. Probably not charging a ton of money. Doesn't offer SEO services. Perfect. Right there. Want to spend less money on your Google ads and get more organic leads? Boom. All right. See y'all in the next video. Bye.